In today's Money, Power, Politics, my favorite thing is back, our Tax Cut Tracker, where we examine how companies are spending their tax windfalls. When Republicans slashed the corporate tax rate from 35 to 21%, President Trump and his administration promised the tax savings would trickle down to America's workers, a promise repeated over and over again, including by Treasury Secretary Steve Mnuchin.
I'd say the real focus, which is what the Tax Cuts Act has been all about, is putting more money in companies. We've said all along, we believe that 70% of this will be returned to workers.
Well, that was a hope. It was a belief, but it's not actually happening. Some companies have offered one-time pay bonuses to their workers since the new tax law was enacted. But looking closer at the numbers, many of those same companies also announced thousands of job layoffs right as they spent billions of dollars to finance huge stock buybacks, which is a gift to shareholders. For example, America's biggest retailer, Walmart, announced a $20 billion stock buyback in September, days after Republicans introduced their tax plan outline. When the tax plan was enacted into law in January, Walmart received major praise when it announced $1,000 bonuses for some of its employees and increased entry-level pay to $11 an hour. But then it quietly laid off almost 10,000 workers after announcing it was closing 63 Sam's Club stores. Meanwhile, AT&T announced $20 billion in stock buybacks over the next 2 years after receiving high praise for offering $1,000 bonuses to some of its employees. But then AT&T turned around and laid off 1,600 employees across the country. And Wells Fargo? Well, they announced plans to buy back nearly $19 billion of their own stock. They also announced plans to close more than 800 bank branches over the next 2 years, even as it admits to making out from the tax law. How about this one? Qualcomm also announced a new $10 billion stock buyback program back on May 9th. This came after the company fired more than 1,500 people across California and an undisclosed number across the United States. In fact, stock repurchases for the S&P 500 hit an all-time high of $189 billion in the first 3 months of 2008. So far, the Trump tax windfall is barely trickling down to America's workers. We are barely hearing about raises, long-term wages. Look at slow wage growth, but it is lining the pockets of shareholders.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.